Okay, let's just be honest. Jesus has taken a pretty bad beating at the hands of his most publicly pious followers. I mean, some of these yahoos couldn't get Jesus right, even by accident. As a result, every so often, it feels like we need a loudmouth knucklehead to come along and speak the truth about the Gospels and what they really say about Jesus. If you read my Facebook page on the comments section, you'll see that there aren't many bigger loudmouth knuckleheads than me. So, I put together a top 10 list of some of the most common misconceptions and myths surrounding Jesus. Number 1, Jesus wasn't political. Wrong. Though Jesus has been portrayed in popular Christianity as an answer to the existential crisis of the individual, his work focused on subverting the political order by announcing the reign of God, a reign that radically alters the way people form just communities. In fact, it was his politics, not his spirituality, that got him whacked by the imperial knuckle-draggers. 2. Jesus was a social ninja. Well, not exactly. Though there's a common picture of Jesus as having a special intuition about the religious and political landscape, making him an adroit debater and intellectual adversary, he actually stomped around the religion and politics of his day with all the grace of a nearsighted hippo on muscle relaxers. Number 4. Jesus was a realist about people's capacity for acting morally. Yeah, no. When it comes to ethics, though he's been popularly perceived as the one whose yoke is easy and whose burden is light, Jesus had even more unrealistic expectations than the religious elite with whom he constantly battled. Turn the other cheek? Sell all you own and give the proceeds to the poor? Love your enemies and pray for those who persecute you? Yeah. Enough said. 5. Jesus was a great teacher. In a word, no. Though Jesus has a reputation as a wonderful teacher, his method of teaching often made it exceedingly unlikely that anyone would understand him. And that when they did, he either scared them off or his teaching threatened to turn the established order on its head, all of which was intentional. 6. Jesus was a wonderful Messiah. I hate to be the one to have to tell you, but Jesus was a lousy Messiah. I mean, he frustrated his followers and baffled his enemies with his obvious misunderstanding of what a Messiah is supposed to look like. He committed the one unforgivable sin that no self-respecting Messiah is supposed to commit. He went and got himself whacked by the very people he was supposed to be overthrowing. 7. Jesus was a masterful storyteller. So, unfortunately, Jesus couldn't even get the end of his own story right. I mean, for one thing, as I say, he wasn't supposed to die. But after he failed that little messianic prerequisite, he didn't even have the good manners to stay dead like he was supposed to. 8. Jesus was nice. How to put this? Jesus didn't suffer fools gladly. Wealthy and powerfully situated fools anyway. But just ask the targets of his rhetorical bomb throwing, whose presumption he apparently took great pleasure in denuding. It ought to go without saying, but generally doesn't. Caesar's goons didn't execute Jesus for being nice. Number 9. When Jesus said kingdom of God, he was talking about heaven. See, I can understand how you might think that, but When Jesus put the words kingdom, which is about politics, and God, which is about religion, together, he was talking about a new reign in the present where God, and not Caesar, calls the shots. A reign in which the people that regularly get left behind in the current kingdoms of this world get ushered to the front of the line, while those who assume their birthright automatically places them in the front finally have to bring up the rear for a change. And 10. Jesus wants winners. I get why that's attractive. It's easy to believe that since Jesus emerged as a victor over death, he's looking for similar victories from his followers. But the good news for those who would follow Jesus is that sucking is part of the job description. Anyone who participates in the Eucharist has to come to terms with the fact that before Jesus was ever victorious, he was a colossal failure by almost every standard used to measure such things. Look, I didn't write the book. I'm just telling you what's in it. On sale now at chalicepress.com, Amazon, and wherever you buy books. Well, good books anyway. I mean, not the kind your Uncle Walter buys to educate him on the latest theories implicating the Illuminati and the disappearance of evidence held in Area 52 concerning Hillary Clinton's missing email server.